Hello everyone, Krydex here, and welcome back to pYanodon's Season 3. In this episode, we're riding trains. That's it. That's just what we're gonna do all day. Ride trains. It's gonna be great. I jest. We are going to be working on our auto mall situation that is a little bit hairy right now. But I wanted to stop by, oh yeah, look at all this Tufra. And get our Tufra going. Get our Tufra on. Boom, boom, boom. Are we gonna have enough? I think we are. Look at this. Perfect. We are fully Tufra'd out. Beautiful. And then that goes in here. This can be gone forever now. Actually, no. No, we can totally build up some Tufra. Just to have a backup. Yeah, that should be fine. And with more and more, you know, even with half of them being collected, we already decided that it's still seed positive, so this is gonna go just fine. Especially if I kickstart a couple of them with some extra seeds here, like this. And then I go boom. Sweet. Alright, so Tufra should be good to go if we just leave it alone. I don't think it's going to require any interaction from here. No space for locomotive. That's a new one. Okay, so now, what was I doing? We need lime and concrete on trains. I need fish oil on trains. So let's maybe do that. And then looks like we have a third spot open here. So I can fish oil it up right here. Or somewhere around here. Maybe I'll put it underneath this one so we can see what's going on. Yeah, so all we gotta do is hook this up. Hook this up. Hook this up. Like that. This needs to be filtered to fish oil. And then that's it. Now we just need to connect this up. That goes down. Over. I mean, the fish oil's right there, so easy peasy. Change that into a T-junction, and you got a stew going. All right, so fish oil is now being provided to the train network. Yeah. I guess we need a pump to, like, fill that up. Okay. Plus solvent, plus fish oil. Okay. That's done. Concrete, refcrete, lime, and ceramic are still needed. We could do ceramic and lime in the same place because they both need coke. That actually seems reasonable. Yeah. Okay. So concrete, refcrete. All right, let's get this done. I don't know where we're doing it. Let's find a spot. I could go right here because we've got a multi-provide somewhere nearby. That one's kind of busy. Maybe right here? This definitely is a good weak side situation. But that's already requesting 50 stacks. Maybe... What about over here? Ooh, this might work. This might work, actually. Yeah, let's do over here. Okay. So let's head over there. I have no idea what buildings I'm gonna need. My bot mall's not gonna be capable of making it right now, though. It's kind of indisposed. A little bit indisposed, I think. Wait, I'm out of wood? Hold on. Oh, I'm not putting wood into the network. Oh, we got a problem. Baby, we got a problem. Alright, hold on. Let's go fix that first. Because we definitely need wood to be requested there, because it does go into a couple different buildings. So then we need another one of these here for just regular wood. Panel 1. There we go. Okay, so that should fix that. Back we go to here. I should probably plan this out now that I'm thinking about it. So why don't we throw down here? So we are gonna need lime, not slime. That's what it was doing. Oh yeah, slaked lime gives us lime too. Well, I'm gonna ignore that for a minute here. Uh-oh, I'm in the way. Sorry, dude. What are you doing? Oh, you're getting more wood for the mall. Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, so anyway, so yeah, what does lime make? Lime makes apparently a lot of things, but concrete's one of them. So we want concrete, we want refined concrete, we want lime, and we want ceramic. All in the same block. Whoa, when do we get that version? By adding 5 salt, we just get twice as much ceramic, and it even crafts faster? Ceramic. Looks like we get that in Pi2 Science. Okay. I figured if it was close, we could just wait for that, but that's not close. Okay, so then let's output 1 refined concrete a second, 1 concrete a second, 1 lime a second, and 1 ceramic a second. I think we can definitely do more than that, but I'm just starting there as a loose starting point. So we'll need some steel, we'll need some iron, sticks being made. I will use coke as the fuel. Well, if we use coke, though, we get ash output. It is kind of nice to not have ash out. Well, we'll see. We already have wood right here, to be honest. But yeah, that way we don't have any ash out. How much do I actually think I need? For ceramic, I probably want a little more. For lime... This is actually for a second when I'm not needing concrete. Interesting. So this all might actually be okay. I'm just gonna up the ceramic to like 5. Okay. Yeah, that's a bit more what I expected. Kind of a big build for that. But I think that's good. That way we won't have to deal with it for a long time. So let's work on getting all the components for this. 7 coke, 4 limestone. The other things are going to be pretty cheap and easy. Okay. The problem is, I don't think I'm making coke. Nope. We are not. That's really weird. But also it kind of makes sense. So we have no coke on the network. That's so weird. Did I not load it in anywhere over here? It's not even on a belt over here, is it? Where is my coke belt? Wait, I see it. Coke. Coke. Coke and solder. No, we do have coke over here. Okay. Are we loading it onto a train though? We are. Perfect. Okay, good. Good. I thought we had. I wasn't totally convinced we hadn't. Anyway. Let's go back to here. So I guess we're gonna need to go craft those things. I probably don't have enough to craft. Yeah, 13 clay pits. We're gonna have to go do some extra work here. 7 HPFs. 14 clay pits, 6 electric boilers, and a smattering of burner assemblers. Alright, I think I'm probably out of iron. Yeah. Seems to be the common thread for the last 160 hours. And clay pit. 2, 3, 4. I should do it. I don't think we need anything else. I've got a couple pump jacks. Do we have enough belts and inserters and power poles and all that jazz? I think so. Let's get some underground belts. Okay, so the plan is to get all this on a multi-provide train, and then from there, I'm going the wrong way. Oh, it does actually work, okay. Just changes how map view looks, it's weird. Where was I building this? Over here. So we'll get this all on trains, and then we should be able to continue with the auto mall. Because what's the auto mall stuck on? Gearbox and shaft? What are those stuck on? Just curious. We don't have solder in yet. We don't have the fish oil one, and we don't have ceramic for that one. We should have quartz for this one. What's going on with that? I didn't request quartz ore. That's what's going on with that. Okay, so that's done. Now, carrying on with all of this, the requests that we're gonna need can come in here. Currently we have 35 and 35, so I have 70 stacks requested. So I have about 70 stacks of space. So then for coke, I'll just request a modest 20 stacks. It's okay that it runs out. And for limestone, gravel and sand. There are a lot of things here. Do I have enough space for all that? 20, 20, 20, 20 is 80. You know what? I might not. So why don't we do something about that? Oh, I'm surprised that fit everything. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom. So that's done, and then we do moss. Boop. Okay, so that's still working, and now we have room to do gravel and sand. Oh god, 20 I don't want 20 stacks of sand and gravel, really. Whatever, it's fine. And then, what's the last one? Gravel, sand, coke, oh, iron and steel. Those, though, I need in such small quantities. You know what? I am gonna do a station control, after all. After all. So we're gonna do steel. I'm happy with just 5 stacks. Iron plate. Same story. Okay. So that's done. Station control. And then we need to request them. Steel, 5 stacks. Iron plate, 5 stacks. I think that should do it. So now we'll have a few output guys here. So you'll be split filter per lane, you'll be iron and whatchamacallit. And then you'll be coke and maybe something else, and then the other one will be gravel and sand. Here comes gravel. Whoa. That was close. I mean, it felt close. I guess it wasn't that close. Okay. So that is the beginnings of everything we need, and then I guess I could provide clay. Is clay used in things other than ceramic? So far, I don't think I've used it in many places. It's used as an ingredient for cacao. We can make rich clay with muddy sludge. It might be worth mass producing somewhere. I don't know if I want to do that right now, though this would be the spot for it. This would be the spot for it. Yeah, why not? Why not? Okay. So let's get our clay pits going here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can we do the thing? Let's see, probably not. Okay, so we're gonna need 2 power poles. Each one of these would need one of those. That doesn't reach. So I can do that. I can do power pole on that end. It doesn't reach even to there. This is the kind of thing where I'm just like, really? Like, medium poles suck. Why a reach of 9 only? Come on, man. Come on. Alright, so then this actually should work because it's only a single output. So then I can just do a mechanical insert there and there. Oh, wait, no. Sorry, that's not right. We need 2 each. Okay, maybe this isn't gonna work then. I could fit 2 here, but I can only fit 1 here that's powered. Oh no, but it's powered by the other one, so this actually does work. This actually does work because there's another power pole right here. Crazy. Okay, so then this situation is copied. And then that gets powered up. All right. Oh my god. You guys are noticing maybe what I just noticed. Which is the buildings have an output. If I paste it, will it paste the orientation? Yeah, it will. Goodness. Alright, well that makes things a little easier. Let's do this. And then it'll be stacked. Not that that matters for right now, but hey, it's something. Okay, and then these guys, we just need a bunch of steam. You know what? And these have steam pass-throughs, so I could have done this even more easily, I think. But whatever. I don't need 7, I need 6. And then we just need 2 objects, which can fit in anywhere. Oop. Alright, so there's water. There's steam. Oh, wait, there's not pass-through on the steam. Hold on. Hold on. We gotta do this correctly. For some reason, my brain was saying these are all connected, and they are in terms of water, but not in terms of steam. So we do need something like this. Okay, so that's done. So there's a bunch of clay. And it should be double stacked. It's a weird... Why did they do this? Why would they not have this make 4 clay? Because that... Making 3 clay at a time is just obviously going to do weird... Some of it's going to be double stacked, some of it isn't. It's only going to provide 22.5 items per second on a belt, the way that's doing it. That's really weird, because they changed most of the other recipes to make, you know, things like soil and limestone to make like 8 at a time or whatever, for belt stacking reasons. It's weird that this one's 3. I wonder if they just missed it, like when they did the pass of trying to configure all that stuff. That seems very possible. Okay, so then here... We'll have the coke come in from the right. Right there. Clay's coming this way, coke's coming this way. Get some power set up. And then maybe a big bowl, I don't know. Okay, so then there's ceramic. And then we need limestone. I never brought in limestone. Oops. Can I handle 80 plus 70? I think so. Be fine. Alright, bring in limestone. This will be limestone. That's sand and gravel. Okay. I might need a much larger lime production at some point. Because how much lime was I making even over here for calcium carbide? Where is it? Right here. I had 2. Set up. But that's kind of different. I feel like I wouldn't want to just have a singular lime production for that. I would probably produce lime on site for that part, because lime is used in a few other things too, and it's like I'll use it for these other things maybe, but for calcium carbide in particular, that's only used for acetylene, so that build can have its own setup, I guess. Three and 2. I actually need like 3 inserters. Those inserters look like they were doing something weird. It looked like they were like slowing down to like extend, but those are just normal inserters. It was weird. Okay, and then finally, we're gonna need some wood, which I'm gonna steal from this. And then we need gravel, sand, wood, and lime. I am just gonna vent this CO2. Maybe a bad plan. Okay, so there's lime, and then this guy comes in. Lime's coming that way. We feed it this, and then this guy is over here. And this one has the steel and iron. Yeah, you know what I just realized? I could smelt, oh my god, I could smelt the iron on site. If only we could still smelt steel from just 8 iron plates, then I could just set this all up right here to make steel and iron. I'm literally on an iron patch. I could direct mine into a furnace that's being fed with wood to make iron. That's really funny. I didn't consider that. It's not every day that that's the case, that you can just mine iron out of the ground that's right underneath you, basically like it's soil or limestone. But today that is true. Today that is true. Yeah, why don't we do this and then this. We gotta feed wood, wood, wood. And then this needs to be iron stick. And then this needs to be iron plate and steel. And then we need some water provided. Guess I could just do this. Well, okay, not quite. Hold on. Because what we need is we need to feed into a belt that then this one takes from. And then this also feeds onto the belt. Onto the other side. Okay, there we go. So now that should make both types. And then we've got lime coming and meeting with the ceramic. Wait, where's my ceramic? Sorry, this is clay. This, so now we've got clay, lime, both types of concrete, and ceramic output. Sweet. Wait just 1 second. So I do need faster inserters. Okay. And then we've got a multi-provide over here. This feels like a great spot for just a little bit of a bigger chest situation, and we can load all these in here. No problems. No problems. Okay, so then go in. And unfortunately, we're gonna have to do that weird loader setup where it like splits and then we load. Or I could just load with inserters. I guess for the concretes, I can load with fast inserters maybe. So maybe I'll have that one come over to the corner. And we can just filter them and hook those up like that. You'll be that one, you'll be that one, you'll put that there, you'll put that there. Perfect. And then we'll go to what? Do I really want 20 stacks of concrete? I don't think I do. I think I want 10 stacks. And this is one where I actually think I'm gonna double down on my outloaders. Make sure they're all connected to the green wire. Okay, they are. Because we might be moving many thousands of items that are only one stack, you know, and that makes it more helpful. Okay, and then this one, and then this guy. So then we'll need one of these. These. All right, so ceramic up to 2,500. And then, yeah. This should work. Output left. Clay. Clay less than 2,500. Lime. Okay. I'll switch this one to a fast inserter. I think that'll help. Because the actual rates that that building would want to make would require 12 items a second from that belt, which is kind of nuts. So I actually need more than just that inserter, which is crazy now that I'm looking at it. I guess I can do this and have another one. Okay. I think we've solved it, finally. Boom, boom. That feels good. Sweet. All right, well, we've got that done. And then, let's get a screenshot of this. Nice, nice, nice. So now the auto mall can get ceramic. I don't think I'm even requesting yet. Actually, I want ceramic to be a bigger request. Do the full 21 stack salute here. And then lime can be a smaller request. Wait, what was the lime for? Hold on. Did we need lime for a building? No. We needed lime for sweet syrup and for concrete. But not for a building. Okay. So I don't need to request lime. What I do need is to add the ceramic storage chest. And now the concretes are automated, so I don't have to worry about those. And I've already set up the chests for those. Okay, and then we need one of these for ceramic. Do 500. Boom. And then we did the request for ceramic, so that should be set up. So what are we all frozen on now, I guess is the question. Gearbox and shaft. Okay. So that's all expected. We haven't seen fish oil arrive, probably because we didn't have power. So let's give that a minute. But we should see fish oil come in here. And then we can pipe that down. I can also put these basic bot mall thingies over here too. I mean, it's just a matter of bots flying around and moving stuff, so that's no big deal. This one's gonna be the one with fish oil. What was it? Shaft? No. Gearbox? No. I can't remember. It was gearboxes. Okay, perfect. Alright, I'll do 2 sets for that. And then fish oil. Woo! I feel very scared of trains. Very scared of trains. Perfect. Fish oil has been delivered. Okay. Now, solder is the thing. Okay. Solder, solder, solder. How many can this handle? 14 requests of 20 stacks. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is pretty much the last thing if I want to feel comfortable with the extra space in here. I guess the fiber's not a full 20. Still. I think I'll be done at this one. So there's solder. Do I need that much solder? Probably not. But if we make rails here eventually, maybe. Maybe I shouldn't have done solder for the 20 stack threshold one. Do we even have 20 stacks? Yes, we do. It's being loaded as we speak. Okay, so solder will arrive. What's the evaporator waiting for? Quenching tower. Oh, I never added quenching tower. Oops. Or did I? No. And what do those need? Pipes, pumps. Ah, pumps. That's what got me on the whole. Yeah. That's right. Okay, so now that we have engines going, do I also need to get pumps going? You know what? Well, how often are they used? They're used in Rectisol, Quenching Tower, some other stuff. I might automate pumps this way. I don't need aluminum requested. And this is for pump. And this is pump less than 50. All right, there we go. So we got pumps done. And then, did I add quenching towers? I did add quenching towers. Okay. So that's done. So now I'm gonna flash a reset button. Logistics bots go nuts for a minute. And hey, we're making shafts. Nice. Now that one I'm gonna let go to 20 because we need those for a bunch of things. Maybe even 30. I want to let those buffer quite a bit. And I will do another request there. Okay, and then mechanical parts, I want to go to 50, but I already have a bunch. So I'm gonna go kind of jump start this whole scenario by stealing some things. All right, so you are now done. And I take you. Crazy. Boop. Escape. Get away before they catch us. You know what I just realized I need is a signal somewhere along this long chain of nonsense. Or two. So that we don't have this insane situation. Alright. Because I have train limit of 2, so there should never be 3 trains waiting to get into a station. Or there should never be 2 trains waiting to get into a station. There should only ever be 1. Which means that it should be able to get past the others, no matter what. Okay, and then that means I will manually put those in there. I can also put all the ingredients in there, except for maybe some of the small parts I had. And then brakes are not getting ceramic. Now, how close are we on that ceramic? We are at 2,000, so it should be literally any second now that this ceramic gets picked up. I don't know how to phrase that sentence. Comes and gets picked up. Oh, Nikes. Shoot. There was one left over, I guess? That's okay. thankfully, they're supposed to go to the same place. So in this case, I'm not worried. Actually, wait, no, that's not true. Here, we'll have to intercept it. The refined concrete goes in the other one. Not in this one. Alright. Oh, I apparently just placed it underneath that. Perfect, that's fine. So that's done. Wonderful. And now, how are we looking on all the inserter action as well? Inserters are looking good. Utility boxes don't have tinned cable. I almost want to belt that one, but it should be fine. And not belt it. And I'll just make it manually. It's fine. Channel 1, 10 cable. Let's go to like 800. You know, we made the logistics bots, let's let them work. Okay, with all of that, I think, are we finally there? I think we are. Gearboxes can now finally be made. Holy crap, that feels really good. That feels really good. I'm gonna get rid of my iron nexalit, and then I want to get rid of my vitrolloy. Sweet. Okay, now I'm gonna hop on the tracks and we're gonna go back and pick up some of these ingredients so that we don't have to make as many over here. This is crazy. We're doing it. We're doing it. The auto mall and bot mall combo is undefeatable. All right. So I would like to grab all of the utility boxes, thank you. Grab those shafts, whatever I've got, and gearboxes, whatever I've got. Now, what's being made here that's gonna, like, break? Locomotives I'm not making, so we'll run out of those eventually. Train stops should be fine. Pinobots we'll need to start making in the bot mall. And that's pretty much it. Everything else should still run, even with removing all that. It's just basically bots and trains. All the things that move on their own. Oh, where are you going? Ah, coal dust. Okay, so then I wanted to kind of manually distribute all this stuff. So I had a couple extra shafts here. Starting off with a couple gearboxes. I have 43 utility boxes, so those won't need to be manually made for a while. I have a Phoenix. Put that there. Quartz. Is that it? Oh, I guess that's it. I might need to make a second one making shafts, because these are really slow. But right now I think I'm just out of bots. No? What's going on here? I have 4 shafts. This is requesting shafts. And it says 0 in logistic storage. Something's gone wrong. Oh, forgot to change those to channel 1. That's gonna do it. Okay, now we're making gearboxes. Beautiful. Which should complete our automated factories. Crazy. Wow. Oh, wow. We've actually got 14 of our apiaries. They actually finished. We have the quenching towers now. We have the barreling machines. We have the local radar. Like, stuff's getting done, y'all. Stuff is getting done. Alright, we did need 2 barreling machines. Alright, what else do we actually need for our arcade build? We can start throwing things back in here now. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so we've got 1 centrifuge. We've got 2 casting units. We've got 1 evaporator. We've got 1 mixer. And pulp mill. One high pressure furnace. 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, I'm just gonna grab 10 of these because I think I'm running low. And then Valk paddocks. I doubt we have everything we need for Valk paddocks. Microorganism mines, of course we don't. But we do have everything we need for microorganism mines, so actually we should be okay. So microorganism mine 9. And that means we can add in Vrauk paddocks. I forget, are these being what did I do with all this? Did I decide we are adding the signal? Well, let's find out. If I put Vrauk paddock 6. Yeah, no, that is creating a signal. It's not just asking for that many from what we're already making. It is creating a new signal for that. Which means my one-time Vrauk paddock is a good idea then. So let's double check. Do we have everything for mixers? I think so. Do we have everything for pulp mills? Yes, we do. Pretty sure we do anyway. Also, I'm kind of realizing that this was dumb to not make these fast inserters. Of all the places we might need fast inserters, this is one of them. Like, if a building is requesting 600 ingredients, I would rather load them at 4 a second than 2 a second. I don't want it to take 300 seconds to load the ingredients. Because logistics bots kind of have an infinite delivery throughput, you know, as I add more bots, but inserters are the limiting factor. Sweet. I think this is all working. We still need way more gearboxes. That much I already know. And it seems like everything's getting stuck on those. But everything else is running. Everything seems to be working. Our request chest here is pretty close to complete. Wait, why am I short on burner assembler 2s? Okay, that part's not making sense to me. Okay, I've done something wrong. So this is saying I have 6, I want 10. There should be a -4 on channel 1, right? What's happening here? What is this even doing? And why is it not doing what we want it to be doing? So this is reading logistic network requests. Why, when this is requesting 10, is it not showing up on this red signal? That's what I'm confused about. Like, if I set a request for 50 of these. Oh, it does show up. So wait, what's going on? I don't know exactly what's going on here. Why was it not measuring as red? Because this is measuring... what exactly? This is just measuring the contents of the chest and subtracting it from the requests. But these chests didn't have any blue assemblers. So why... So this is being told, hey, request 10. And then this is also requesting to make 10 more. But then that is being... the requests are being... oh, these are just straight up requests. Logistic network requests. How are those being canceled out by anything? If we were requesting chests here, it should have shown up as a positive signal on this. It should have shown up as a positive signal on this. Like if I change this to 16, say, or 17. Why is there not immediately a positive blue signal coming out of this? I'm really confused. Oh, well, in this case, no, we can't meet all the need. Oh, is it because I'm short on logistics bots? No, I'm still short 4. Why is that not showing up over here? Have I made a mistake? I have to do with these. Because I know that we're trying to subtract the in-production thing. But that's only in dealing with this green stuff that we're actually making. The actual requests that I'm just reading, the unsatisfied item requests. How is this not an unsatisfied item request? I mean, it's satisfied now, but it wasn't a minute ago. And there was no 4 blue buildings showing up over here. Huh. Interesting. I'm pretty confused by that. Like if I just move these over, let's say, to here. I don't know what's happening. Something weird is happening. I think it has to do with the fact that we don't have enough logistic spots. At least I'm pretty sure. We'll have to try it again when we have more. Well, I mean, things are working. Things are working. You know what's not working, though? You know what's not working? 410 products finished. We have now passed the expected number of times to get 2 Vrauk Mark IIs, and I've gotten 0. That is a bummer. We're almost in the top 10 percentile of least lucky players for Vrauk Mark II. Soon we will be there. Oh my gosh. This is ridiculous. Man, we could have been done by now, and we've not even gotten started. That's pretty rough. That is pretty rough. Okay, well this whole thing is really busy right now, but it should settle down in a little bit. Once we've got what we need. I mean, it's already made 4 of the Vrauk paddocks even. Look at that. It's making microorganism mines, we're making fluid mining drills. I'm loving this system. The fact that I don't have to, I mean, the amount of manual labor, it's hard to state how much manual labor I'm saving. You know, Factorio is a game that, like, kind of gets out of hand pretty fast in terms of how much manual labor you're not doing if you think about, like, handcrafting stuff. But then when you start combining the idea of items moving automatically, and then you combine that with buildings being made that are needed for other buildings, like, it's absurd how much time this is all saving me from having to collect the materials and craft these buildings myself. And it'll save me even more when I don't need to keep adding more buildings to this whole system. And I think we're pretty close to that. We're pretty close to parity with everything down here. I still need like blue inserters. I need my underground pipes. I need like power poles. Like there's a few things. Wow. We're using a lot of trains right now. Ash, huh? 17,000 ash. Wow. Oh, this is ash trash. That's a lot of ash. Is there a faster way to load this? Have I made stack inserters yet? They might actually be faster. If they move 13, but at the same speed as... Well, I guess it's slightly faster than a regular. So a regular moves... I feel like it's actually going to be really close to being 15 a second. So unfortunately, that wouldn't even be any faster. So really the only way I could load a train any faster than it's being loaded is by having more loaders that load around to the other side. Which is kind of not feasible. Well, it's actually semi-feasible for this one specifically. Like, I could add another 1 or 2, but these are all hooked up to set filters. I guess I could hook the other ones up too. So we could add like 2 more that load in here, but man, that takes forever. Loads 17,000 ash. What is that, 30? That's 90 a second, and it still takes forever. All right. Anyway, I think we're gonna have to call it an episode here. We've done some good work, and we are not quite ready for the full Arcad build, but what I'll do is I'll ghost in all of the extra apiaries. We have at least about half-ish of what we need total. What did I need? I needed 64, and I have like 25 or so. So we'll get things started, and then we'll get everything else built in. And then, you know, we'll finish out the apiaries later. Because all of this is pretty much what I need. Now, we haven't finished the second repro complex. What's up with that? Yeah, see, something feels off. We have that repro complex? Is it queued up? It's not queued up in any buildings. It's not being ordered. Oh, wait. I'm so confused. Oh, the 2 is right there. So why is that not showing up? Oh, it's right there. Okay, so we've got a weird problem. If anyone understands what's going on here, let me know. We've got plenty of logistics bots. Why is the request here not being met? Okay, so this is really weird. So it's requesting 2 repro complexes. So there should be a -1, but there isn't. There is no -1 coming from read logistic network requests. Something's wrong with this system. And I don't know what it is. Why does it think that we're not seeing this? Has no signals of repro complexes, so this is not interfering in any way, and there's no other connections with this red wire. What if I were to read channel 0 requests? Just out of curiosity. I have no requests on channel 0 right now. Wait, what? Oh yeah, those are my requests right now. That's it. Oh, we're out of small parts? Looks like we can speed it up a little bit here. I guess 4,000 is not enough. Let's go to 6,000. Anyway, why is repro complex not showing as a request on channel 1? A buffer chest is request. Does a buffer chest not count as a request? But if I put a buffer chest here, I put it on channel 1, and let's request something we don't have, like speed 3s. It shows up. What is going on? How is this not showing up? I'm so confused. I am so confused by this. What if I request, what's something else we're not making? A speaker. And let's request 5 of them. Okay, that shows up. What if I put 1 speaker in here? What happens? Okay, now it shows 3. WTF. What the... What? Why is that being doubled? The buffer chest request is like being doubled. Or sorry, the buffer chest contents are being counted as storage, so they're canceling against the request. On top of, so the request is 3, but then it's also seeing that we have 2 in storage because the buffer chest has them. Also, didn't someone say that buffer chests could select, or no, it's requester chest can do request from buffer. That's what it is. So do these need to be requester chests then? Shoot. I was not expecting this. This has become a long video. I was not expecting this weird, like, count it as in storage against its own request. That's not what I expected. So it makes my plan not work. Because it should be measuring I have a request of 3, but this is not measuring I have a request of 3. So buffer chests might not work. But the reason I wanted the buffer chests is that it reads as this still being in the storage of network 1. The problem is, if we do requester chests, the contents of these will not be read as being in storage. So I will have to read the green signal as being part of the contents. Oh, God. All right. We're gonna turn this off for a second because that's gonna mess things up real bad. And then what we're gonna do, what am I gonna do? Request from buffer chest. Train is stuck. No, it's not. It's just slow. All right. Okay. We can do this. So change to channel 0. Enter. 0. Change. Get rid of this tool. Change that into that. Change you to channel 1. Done. Okay. This needs to be set requests. But now, hold on, I can't even see. That is still connected with the red wire. Okay. But now if I turn this on, it's not going to see all this as being in the network, so it will trigger a bunch of requests, I think. Yes. Okay. So, we need to add the contents. Oh God. So wait, the contents of these, are those being read? Those are being read. Where are those being placed? Where's that green wire going? It's going to here. So that's where we want to send the contents of these as well. I think. Oh gosh, this is getting so complicated. Oh, I can't read contents and set requests. I'm screwed. come on, man. Are you serious? So this buffer chest thing, while it's a brilliant idea, is literally impossible. That's really annoying. Because buffer chests count as storage against their own requests. That's so annoying. And I have no way, that's just a Factorio behavior. So this is like a game engine level problem, and I don't think there's a way to solve it. Even with requester chests requesting what I want, I can't read their contents. So how am I supposed to request a set amount of stuff and then make sure not to double produce it? I don't think I can. Because as soon as the requester chest gets it, my bot network wants to keep building more of it. And if I do the buffer chest, I can't actually measure what it's requesting. Oh, wait, I think I might have solved it. Oh my god, am I a total... Hold on. Oh no. Wait, am I a total idiot? Or just a partial idiot? Because my final result is to provide all of these things to the main construction bot network. So why can't I have my buffer chest on channel 0 as well? The buffer chest that's asking for these things. Why can't that be on channel 0? I guess the problem is logistics bots could come from anywhere on the planet to bring what it wants. That should be okay though, because I'm not making the things that I want here anywhere else. Now, the thing it won't be able to do is grab stuff from these chests, because these are all on channel 1. So that could be partially a problem. Most of these things, though, I could grab manually and aren't special requests for a building list. So what I'm actually thinking is we keep it buffer chest, but we make it on channel 0? And then I don't need this situation anymore? Because wasn't this situation... No, I do need this situation. Sorry, I do need this situation because buildings request other buildings. And that's what this is for. But this one won't have anything to do with this. So this being on channel 0 actually should work. Like if I have the one... Yeah, I think that actually works, weirdly enough. Okay, so I think weirdly fixing this just is putting those on channel 0. Because we don't need to read... We're setting their requests. Those requests will show up in this network for a minute, is the problem. And then that'll tell these inserters, hey, we need to put that item into... Wait, no, it won't show up here. It's a request on channel 0. Oh no. Because now the contents aren't showing up. There's literally no way to win. This is so frustrating. Because now the contents aren't showing... Wait, no, they should be showing up. No, this is reading contents. This is so annoying. I don't think there's a way to do this. I don't think there's a way to do this. If anyone has a solution to this, let me know in the comments. We're gonna have to call it an episode here. For now, I'm gonna have to go with my old method, which doesn't really fully work. It sometimes does and sometimes doesn't. I don't even fully understand it, to be perfectly blunt. Okay, but wait. This has 15 apiaries, so why is that still outputting 12? Now we've gone and done it. Right now I'm double confused. I didn't set up... Shouldn't that count as logistics network contents? Wait, why is this not reading the apiaries now? Oh god, I'm so confused. Oh, because I changed it into a requester chest. Duh. I forgot about that kind of important detail. Couldn't see the color from here is part of the problem. Alright, there should... Okay, now we're at least back to what it was before. Alright, if anyone has a solution to this, let me know in the comments. This is a weird interaction, and since you can't set requests and read the contents, I don't have a way to subtract what we've already delivered from the things we now want to make. And buffer chests double subtract from the logistic network request, so I can't accurately pull out of channel 0 what we need based on what this wants. So if anyone has a solution, let me know in the comments, and we're gonna call it there. As always, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.